Hey everyone, so tonight I'm going to show you a couple ideas for our Sweethearts dessert using our brownie bite and our brownie pan. So right here I have my mixing bowl. This is the medium. It comes in a large, medium, and small. And I'm just going to take my chip clip and I'm going to open my bag of brownie mix and dump this in. I'm just going to kind of lay my trash stuff off to the side here. Then we are going to crack our eggs. The chip clip comes with a set of 2. I think you can get these for about 10 bucks. Really nifty things. They're magnetic on the back, stick on the fridge. Go ahead and put that up and get that out of the way. So next we're going to crack our eggs. I've got 4 here. This isn't your regular Duncan Hines or whatever. This is a box from Sam's that had 4 different mixes in it. And I could use my stand mixer tonight, but brownies to me are very easy to do. I don't normally do the stand mixer for that. So I'm just gonna break my yolks here with my mix and scrape. I'm gonna add in a cup of oil and 1/4 cup of water. Just use some of this bottled water here. And the reason why I'm going to show you this in both is this recipe usually, or this package mix usually makes more than just 1 pan. It's not always 2 pans, but it's a little bit more than 1 pan. And that was 1/4 cup of water that I added in here. So we're just going to mix this up. I've already got my oven preheated to 325. And did you know that you could make your brownies heart-shaped with the brownie pan or the brownie bite pan? I didn't think ahead to do this, to get the little small cupcake liners for the brownie bite pan. So those are just going to be regular tonight. But I'm going to show you how to do the heart-shaped brownies in the regular brownie pan. Just as soon as I get this all mixed up here. Okay. I think that is pretty well mixed up. So, what you could do with the brownie bite pan, if you had the little small white cupcake liners, you could just take a glass marble, put that in the corner here, and have your liner in, and that indents this corner in, and then it comes into a peak here at the other side. I'm not going to use marbles for the regular brownie pan. This is the older brownie pan. I haven't got the new one yet. But I'm going to take some little pieces of aluminum foil that I've balled up. I actually saved these from last year when I did this. I'm just going to go in here and put my cupcake liners in. And I'm going to sit my little balled pieces of foil right in there. See how that makes that sort of a heart shape? You could also do this instead of with brownies, you could do it with cake also. If you wanted to use devil's food cake, red velvet cake, regular golden cake, or white cake, and add some sort of fruit flavor to it, like strawberries. These are kind of wanting to jump out of the pan. I was trying to remember that I actually put whether I put the filling in first or not last year. Make sure I got those eggs mixed in good. And what I'm going to do to try to make these even is I'm going to use my cookie scoops. So where did I leave those? So here I've got out the medium and the large. I'm going to use the large for these, and then I'm just going to do the medium for the brownie bites. I think that'll fit it. You can just scoop that out there. And that way you have it proportioned pretty much just the same. I think I had a little more in that first one. This mix already has some chocolate chips in it, but sometimes I actually will doctor up my brownie mixes and add chocolate chips, or you could use candy, extra candy you have around, just chop it up and put it in. Put your nuts in, however you like it. Turn this pan, that might be easier. And another idea too, if you started dieting at the first of the year, I don't know if you realize, you can, instead of doing the vegetable oil, you could substitute that same amount in applesauce, and it'll work just fine for your brownies. A little bit more in that one. So I'm going to put these in, and they're going to bake at about 22 minutes, I think. I'm just going to do one or two of these right now, and I'll put these in just a bit. But just to show you that I do know what I'm talking about, I'm going to use this medium scoop here. I already sprayed this nonstick pan. Perfect portions. And I'll finish this up in just a bit. Let me set my timer. All right, so while that is going, the next thing I'm gonna, get these marbles out of the way. The next thing I'm gonna show you, we are going to use our whipped cream decorator. This is the new one that came out this past fall. It has a decorating tip to it. I didn't get the first one we had because I thought, I can make whipped cream in the stand mixer. I don't really need to do that. But what I like about this one is it has the two covers to it. So when you take this one off and you put your stuff in to make your whipped cream, and there's a little line here. I think that's probably my fill line for the whipped cream. Let me bring back up my whipped cream. Well, that's okay. I know what it is pretty much. So we're going to use and I'm not going to use the measure all because it has oil residue in it. So I'm going to use my classic batter bowl. And we're going to put heavy whipping cream in here up to a cup. Well, I got a new one and I don't know that I need it. Yeah, that comes just right below that line there. So if I wanted to, I could open my other heavy whipping cream, put a little bit more, but I'm just going to let that be. So we are going to do a tablespoon of powdered sugar, and I actually think I remember when I tried this the first time, I thought I would have liked mine to be a little sweeter, so I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. And we're going to make ours vanilla flavored, but this would be a good opportunity if you got our cherry almond syrup. Instead of doing the 2 tablespoons, you could do 1 tablespoon with a little bit of cherry almond syrup. If you have kids and have chocolate quick or strawberry quick, you can put a little bit of that in there to make this a flavored whipped cream. So I'm going to do a teaspoon of vanilla. Ooh, a little bit of chocolate in here with a little bit of peppermint extract. Make a chocolate, that would be really good. Okay. So we're just going to screw this, and we're going to try to make sure that these two arrows here meet up. Now, at this point, we are just going to plunge this, and I'm just going to sit this down. And I don't remember exactly how long we have to plunge it for, but usually you can tell it'll start to get, like right now it's pretty easy to plunge. It'll start to get stiffer and a little harder to plunge, and that's when you've got whipped cream. It's already starting to get a little stiff. But I want to use it to pipe with, so I want to make sure it's really good and stiff. Yep, I can see it's thickened up in there. So at this point, what we're going to do, we are going to take this top part off. Well, I think if I had plunged this anymore, we might have had butter. There is also another piece that comes with this, and I am going to take my long skinny scraper, and I'm going to put this back into the bowl. So that's why you don't want to go past the fill line, guys, because this stuff gets more voluminous as you've pumped it up. So, okay. We're gonna put our thing on here. Let's see if I can get that back down. Because as we were pumping, that had holes in it. So now that we put this on, that made that piece solid. So it's gonna make it push that down to do our piping with. I'm gonna unscrew this top. And we're gonna take our star tip. And I laid out my little grill pan here with some aluminum foil to just show you how this works. So you're going to push this down. Well, maybe we're going to push it down. Do I have the arrows met up? Yep. Well, I did it before without that little piece on it, so let's see if we can get it off. Except I got whipped cream kind of on my hands, so. I wonder if I've made this too thick. Ah, okay. So there's a little hole back here that has a little a little rubber piece that was fit in here, and I guess that did something to the air pressure. So lift that up, and that will let that go. So you can push this and draw with it. You can go down and come straight up and make stars, which is probably how I would do it. So my thinking is we could get these brownies done. We could use our 1 cup prep bowl, either set a couple miniature brownies or 1 brownie in here. And at this point, you're just making a parfait. You could heat up some chocolate fudge syrup or some caramel syrup and just drizzle that on, put you a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and then come along and do your whipped cream, put you some sprinkles. I won't do that right now because my brownies are not done, but anyway, great idea for a cute little dessert. All right, guys, happy Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.